Hello and welcome to Straight from the Training Ground. I'm Jay, joined tonight here by the OVPL Cup champs from Fort Wayne. We have Josh Logan and Dave Bennett. Congratulations, fellas, on a great season. We'll get to that here in a second. And also Lee Commish, Brandon Ponchak. How's it going, Brandon?
Great. Thanks for having us. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We'll get to the game a little bit more here in a second, but congratulations, fellas. It's hard to believe. It's been a crazy summer, I'm sure, for all of you guys that are heavily involved, but it's come to an end. And I just want to say, first of all, appreciate all the hard work you guys have put in. I know it's summer for a lot of people, but you guys are always out there working hard, putting together the season, including Brandon, behind the scenes, managing the league and all that stuff. So we're glad to bring you the final episode, I guess, kind of the summer season for the OVPL this week. So with that, let's cut straight to the final a little bit. Josh, you came out victorious, winning the OVPL Cup. Tell us a little bit about the game and how things went.
Yeah, it was a good game. I think we managed the game really well from start to finish. Scored in the 3rd minute, wasn't able to get another goal until the second half. So halftime team talk was keep doing the same things we've been doing all game. Be prepared to try and hold the 1-0 lead if possible. If Highlanders come out and give pressure, we scored the second goal. Highlanders got a red card then, and then we scored the 3rd goal. So it was a really good game on our part. I think that was probably, in my opinion, the best performance we've had all season. So,
well, good time to have it.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the guys were hungry to win it, before we went into it. So the draw against Valhalla definitely set us up for the final. I think that was the best blessing we could have had prior to the final.
Yeah, add a little motivation, I'm sure. So congrats again on the trophy and the championship. Dave Bennett, also from Fort Wayne. Dave, tell us a little bit about the season in general now that everything's kind of come to a close. Just your overall thoughts and things from the club perspective.
Yeah, well, first I just want to say to everybody out there, thanks to West Virginia Highlanders and Ryan for making the trek up here, playing at our place, giving us a great game. I thought they challenged us very well, and so thanks to them for that. They're great. Season wise, obviously we had a tremendous season. And Josh has been kind of through this with on the NPSL front before, but for me, it was a grind. The traveling and all that. Not it's my first experience with that type of a league, so it was an eye opener for me. But it was a ton of fun. We had a great group of guys, and Josh will attest to that as well. Just a great group of guys, and a lot of them. And Josh was the right man for the job this first year out. Just did a tremendous job for us, and I can't express enough what he meant for our club this year.
Well, again, fantastic, and congrats. And I just want to tell you, on our end of things, doing this show and having a platform to get the word out to everyone. I think it was great. The final was, broadcast live on YouTube. I watched it. I know there were some people on there watching it along, which was great for the league and for the communities that we talk about all the time. So I think it's great what you guys are doing, and for myself, and just learning more about clubs like yourself. I know we had you guys on earlier at the beginning of the season, and we learned a lot about 1927 and the history and all that. But I think that's why we do this. It's great to learn more about places like yours and communities and the great things you guys are doing. That a lot of people out there maybe aren't aware of. So congrats to you on a great season, winning the final. And now we're glad to have Ryan Wall joining us, head coach, kit man, a little bit of everything for the West Virginia Highlanders. Congrats first on a great season overall, Ryan. Thanks for joining us.
No, thanks a lot. It's been a really great season. It's good to be here.
So first and foremost, congrats on a great season. We'll get to that in a minute. The Highlanders went undefeated through the regular season. We'll talk a little bit about the history and getting them started and all that. But before we do that, congrats on getting to the final. Obviously, the final didn't quite go maybe the way you had planned. But tell us about the final, how things went, and the whole day for the Highlanders.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience being there, and I think that's why we kind of went along with the process and going over. You know, we had a 5.5 hour trip over to Fort Wayne from Wheeling, but it's all part of the experience, I think, and that's what we Greg, who coaches with me, him and I decided, you know, to put the players through this. It'd be fun as well. I also want to, before talking about the game itself, but say thanks to Fort Wayne, 1927 Fort Wayne, because they did a lot to host us as well and help support that. So that was great with them on their part. They were great hosts all through the day, even though the game didn't go our way. As far as the game, yeah, we ended up with a 3-0 loss. It was a really interesting affair, really tight game, and then after about 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, I'm not sure, our keeper, who's been outstanding all season, he's been one of our top guys, top performers, just drops one through his hands into his own net. So it was really a tough blow there to take. I felt bad for him, felt bad for the guys. And then the game was a real tight game. I mean, they had probably a little bit more possession. They moved the ball around really well, but every time we got it and took it out of their possession, we looked quite dangerous as well. We had several half chances. And then, the second goal, I think they bent in a free kick. It was about 25 yards out. And that put us to 2-0 down. And straight after that, our left back gets a second yellow. So, we're down to 10 men and 2-0 down. And, that's we knew that's where it was going to go, the game. It was tough ass to get out of that situation, away from home, especially. But, the boys performed. They put a shift in. They really worked. Really pleased with them. It was a big occasion. I think they felt the occasion too. They're really excited to be there. And I think this is something to add. Not all the guys will ever get a chance to play in semi-finals or finals, and so just having that opportunity through the OVPL was in this team of ours. It was really, really great.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talked off camera about how it was streamed, live streamed on YouTube for a lot of people to watch. Another great resource. So, the OVPL continues to spread the good word and local community soccer getting out there over the summer to people. Congrats. And only the second year of existence, correct, for the Highlanders?
Yeah, we're a little bit younger than Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
We're only 2 years
about
old.
110
not
years,
90.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, so only second year in existence, and it's been progress each year in the 2 years, and that's all you can ask for. You either maintain, or if best case scenario you progress. And so for the last 2 years, last year we were pipped by OP and we came second in the conference, and this year we pipped them basically. So we won our conference and then went one better and got to the final, and we just didn't quite have the legs in the final for one reason or another, but that's fine. It's all right. It's a platform to build on.
Yeah, absolutely. And so congrats on getting the final. And then with that, just quick recap of the season. I know we talk about a lot, but there's a lot that goes into the entire season. But those things go by fast. And now all of a sudden, you went undefeated, get to the final, and now all of a sudden it's over. So, just reflect back on that real quick, how the season went, OVPL, the whole summer and everything for your team.
Well, I think one of the biggest, achievements we've had this season is bringing a bunch of players together who are from all over the place. We got a Wheeling contingent of guys, local players. We've got high school guys in the team. Actually, 2 17-year-olds played during the final, had about half the game. So they were really in the mix. That's great. And we've got guys from different countries, and we pull them all together, and the same thing as last year. They seem to have a great time, and they love working for each other, and it was really a team spirit. So on a kind of a global sense, that really is enjoyable for me to be involved in that and see that kind of materialize, all these guys coming together and playing for each other. So that was excellent. In terms of the season, speaking of our conference, the Valley Conference, I felt it was pretty competitive. I really did. I mean, we had no bad teams. All teams were super solid. And then we had the added challenge of you play a team once and then they have a second bite at you. So they get to adjust and make adjustments. And that was tough. In the clubs we played, there's some quality clubs there, through Ambassadors, Elite FC, Ohio Premier, obviously very strong, Croatia Juniors. So who am I missing anybody else out there, but I'm not sure. But so in Erie Commodores, Erie Commodores, probably so far away I forgot about it. But it was just a great season. And we'll be challenged again because those teams are going to be coming up and loading up against us next year. Maybe there's going to be more teams in the league. Who knows? So it was great. But I will say, I think myself and even the players were ready to put our feet up now for a little bit. It can be quite a bit at this time of year. We need to relax.
Oh yeah, for sure. And but again, congrats on a great season and all you keep doing for the Highlanders. And I was going to say, the city of Wheeling itself, um, bringing, like you said, so many younger guys from all over the place that let's be honest, probably would not come there in the summer and work together and be a part of a league like this. And it takes a lot of work behind the scenes for everyone. So congrats on a great season. Keep up the great work with the Highlanders. And like you said, I think all of you guys deserve a few days off.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. I also want to just add, I want to thank you for doing this podcast. I know you and I talk anyway off camera or whatever, but make sure you leave this bit in. But, you're doing this for nothing, and you're doing this to kind of help shed a light on what's going on in lower league and semi-pro, high amateur level quality soccer around. And I think this is fantastic. And, just want to make sure everybody's aware of this is just done to do it because it's the right thing to do. It's not for money or anything like that. It's just a great thing that you're putting this on. So I appreciate it.
Oh, of course. No problem, man. But I appreciate that. But I'm just glad we can do what we can do. And, one of the coolest things of doing this so far is probably was able to make it to your last regular season game, Marysville, and after the game, I walked over to some of the Highlanders and the guys that just clinched the league, clinched the regular season league. And they came over to me and recognized me from this and all that. And they're like,
you're the guy. You're the straight from the training ground
guy. Straight from the training ground. Yeah, I was like, what? So that's cool. And, and then while we're at it, I want to say, best of luck to all those guys, not just from your team, but all the guys all over the league who, a lot of them are now going back to their college teams. As you said, maybe a couple going back to their high school teams and all that for the fall. All the coaches as well. So best of luck to everyone. And thanks again for joining us, Ryan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brandon, Lee Commish, what do we got on your end of things?
Yeah, so again, I got to say congrats. That the win actually continues to build on that unbeaten streak that 1927's put together. 10 games now, which is third longest in OVPL history. So definitely probably will be looking to build on that as we have officially wrapped up the summer. Well, the whole 2022 OVPL season, which included the fall and the spring combined with the summer. So what we'll do now is we'll roll right into a little bit of a break for some, definitely needed for the long seasons that it's been. But we'll continue to have a fall spring offering. So it'll be fall spring 22-23, which will roll right into summer 2023. And with that fall spring 2023 rolling, it will also include some U.S. Open Cup matches for potential membership to enter those, since we are a qualifier for U.S. Open Cup competition. I know one that has entered, and we will reveal those teams when the deadline has passed, which is August 8th. So we will look forward to bringing some Open Cup action from the Ohio Valley Premier League members into.
We'll have a big announcement here.
Absolutely.
Like a World Cup draw.
Yeah. So, and it's actually on Monday, so it's kind of a perfect opportunity for all of us to kind of have that announcement for U.S. Open Cup entries from Ohio Valley Premier League.
There you go. Well, again, congrats to Fort Wayne on their championship. And again, thank you guys to all that you do. And not just you two, but everybody that is involved behind the scenes with your club. Brandon, thanks for everything throughout the season. And also, thanks for letting us, have this platform to get the word out to everyone each week straight from the training ground about the OVPL. Best of luck to all the other guys as they move on to their fall season. And as Brandon just said, we'll have some news coming up here in a couple of weeks about the Open Cup and any OVPL teams that might be entering that. So until next time, straight from the training ground.
Visit our friends at Football Town for casual football wear. Visit our partners at TractionSocks.com for performance grip socks created for all athletes. Use the discount code TractionSocks22 right now for savings.